Heyo, what is going on everyone? My name is Dan and this is my 2021 in the bag. So I am a primary backhand player. I do throw forehand on some holes that is necessary for it, but I'm predominantly a backhand player. But starting off, let's start with the putters. The putters, I carry a Luna. Here's my Joe Pro Luna, as well as my two Paul McBeth Lunas as well. They're just great putters. They fade when I need them to. They're great for circle 2 putting. Fantastic putters. Highly recommend. Now for my approach discs. I actually carry 3 zones in the bag. I have 2 Get Freakies. This one's a little more understable than this blue one, which is a little more overstable. And then I have my ESP Practice Round Joe Pro zone as well, which is just good for a little anhyzer to glide a little bit more than these Get Freakies. Now let's talk about the mid-ranges. So if you watched 2 videos ago, the throwing weird discs video, I explained that I actually was not a big mid-range thrower. I usually only throw distant drivers or really putters if I need to. But I have 3 mid-ranges in the bag. I have a Malta, which is kind of just an overstable mid-range. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory what a Malta is. And I have 2 buzzes. I have a Glow OG Jawbreaker Buzz and a Big Z dyed American flag Buzz. Both fly pretty similar. This one just sticks down a little harder, and this one just can glide forever. Now onto my fairway drivers. So the first fairway driver is the Big Z Undertaker. I actually don't throw this disc that much, but I'm kind of working it back into the bag. Definitely a little more overstable than I expect in the beginning, but it's a fun disc just to try out. I also have a Vulture. I used to throw this disc a lot, but not so much anymore after I just put some new stuff in the bag. Similar to the Undertaker, except it's a little less stable than the Undertaker, so I can throw it pretty straight and have it fade pretty hard to the left. So really nice disc to get. I also have an Anax in the bag. This is a very pretty Anax with a nice orange little sparkly stamp here. This one I don't throw too often, but on the holes that I need to throw it, I will definitely crush it, and it's just a great disc to have in the bag just for the certain holes that you know you can just park it on. Now for my babies, my Raptors. I carry 2 Raptors in the bag. I have a Z Raptor and also an ESP Raptor. This one's a little more understable just because I've had it for like years, and this one's brand new. I just got this the other day. Both great to have in the bag, more overstable, a little less, more understable, so just great disc to have in the bag. Next up is probably one of my prettiest discs in the bag. It's my DGA Matt Bell Tour Series Banzai. This disc is very similar to a Raptor in a way. It's a little slower, but still great disc to have. All right, now we have the RPM Huia. I really don't know how to say it. Really nice disc. Whatever angle you can put it on, it will just hold that angle and just keep gliding to the hole that you need to put it on. Great disc to have in the bag. Really like it, like the feel of it, great plastic, love it. Next up is my Prodigy H4 V2. Just put this in the bag literally last week. Been trying to learn it a little bit, but I love hyzer flipping stuff, so if I just put on a hyzer angle like this, a little hyzer, maybe even turn a little bit, fade, great disc to have. Great disc if you just need a little turn in a disc. So good, so good. Love it. Now, if you watched Ethan's in the bag in the last video, he mentioned how the Crave is probably his favorite disc right now, and I 100% agree with him. This Crave, if you just have a straight shot, this Crave will just go straight. Doesn't matter what hyzer angle you put it on, anhyzer, hyzer. I mean, it'll fade, it'll turn, it'll do whatever heck you want. It is so good, such a good disc. Love this thing. Now for my Avenger SS. This one is, if I just need something to hyzer flip similar to the Crave a little more and turn a little more, this is what I throw. I don't throw really rollers ever, and I know this is pretty much a primary for a lot of players to throw rollers, but I don't throw rollers really ever, so this one's kind of just something I can put on a hyzer angle like this. It'll float up, glide a little bit, and pretty solid. Great disc. Now for my distance drivers. Now I carry a lot of distance drivers. Each disc does something different for me though. So let's get into it. First off is my baby, my absolute baby, my Axiom Vanish. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I can absolutely crush this disc on any field I can go on. I can just put on a little hyzer angle, it'll flip up, go straight. Such a great disc. Basically a Crave with a little more flip to it that could just so much faster. Incredible, incredible. I carry a Zeus in the bag. This one is just probably my forehand disc that I use the most. I don't really throw this backhand ever. Just a great disc to have in the bag. I like flexing my forehand, so I'll put on like a hyzer angle like this. Just flex it to the hole. Pretty easy, pretty simple, self-explanatory. It's a Zeus. Come on, get one today. I also carry a Force. This is my Brody Smith Dark Horse Force stamp with the ESP swirly. It's so sick. Love this thing. This thing can just go flex forever. So good. Such a good disc to have. Next is my ESP diarrhea looking Hades. It's pretty sick. Again, all these just hyzer flip up, go straight. I can just crush these on any course I need to. Great disc to have. Ooh, the Astronaut. So this one I just put in the bag last week, just like my H4 V2. Very similar. This thing, it says it has a turn of -4. I don't necessarily believe that. I feel like it's a little more overstable than that is, maybe a -2. But I can still put on a hyzer angle as well. I like hyzer flipping, so you'll obviously that's kind of a trend here right now. Great disc to have. Love it. Next is my Z Thrasher. I've had this disc for a while. I actually let a lot of my friends use it if I take any like new people out disc golfing. I usually let them use it just because it can just flip up, because you know people usually just spike hyzer it all the time when they first start playing. But I love it for crushing discs. I can just kind of let it go a little low into the ground, and it'll still glide a lot and get a good skip out of it. So great disc to have. All right. Certainly last but not least is my Paige Pierce 5-time world champion Nuke. I use this disc probably the most out of anything in my bag other than the Zones and the Lunas, obviously. This disc will just, it's a nuke. I can just throw it flat, it'll just go forever, get a good skip out of it, park on a hole, you know. Self-explanatory. It's such a good disc. Oh, I guess this is the last one. So this one, this is an RPM Kiwi. This thing is supposed to be similar to a nuke. This thing flies like a Nuke OS or a tilt bow. This thing's crazy overstable, great in wind, very, very flexy. It's an odd disc. It's a very odd disc. I usually only throw it in wind, or if I just need to spike hyzer it to get out of trouble free card. But just a great disc to have. A little side note as well, I also usually have a Nuke OS in the bag right now, but it's currently not with me. I let my friend use it, he threw it in the bush, but now somebody found it and I need to get back ASAP. But yeah, that was my in the bag. Just have some towels, water bottles usually in it as well. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned to the Team Figgins Disc Golf YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.